Hey, what's going on, everybody? Carnivore Rebels here. Myself, Trey Mack, and Mia Tavares here, coming to you for this Facebook Live. For those of you all catching the replay here or on YouTube, thank you for tuning in. So, without further ado, just waiting for Mia Tavares to pop on in here. Going once, going twice.
Hello, hello.
And there we go. So without further ado, y'all, we're gonna jump right into this. If you saw the title tonight, we're gonna be talking about my snore-free journey. But before that, we've hit our 30-day milestone. We reignited strict carnivore on August 14th of this year. We had, went carnivore January 1st, and we slipped back into ketovore, and ketovore just didn't work with us for the summertime. So we went, strict carnivore work. We're gonna stick with it. So let me go ahead and bring up our first topic. We're gonna talk about Carnivore Chronicles, the 30-day milestone. Uh, Tell me a little bit about your physical transformation and your energy and your daily activities there, Mia.
It's been going well. Better than I expected. I'm able to be more mobile, which is helping a lot with the joint pains and stuff like that. I mean, it's been crazy just to be able to see in the mirror. Like I haven't seen the scale move a lot, but my clothes are fitting so different. So
Yeah,
it's
same
been.
here. Excuse me, y'all. Same here. My clothes, it's amazing. I'm like fitting in the larges. I'm like a minute away from being able to wear mediums again. And I'm with you. The scale hasn't moved much. I've lost 19.2 pounds. I look completely different, but that 19.2 pounds, I'm still 30 pounds away from my goal. So I got a lot more work to do, but the clothes are fitting great. Now, how about your energy?
My energy's been through the roof, honestly. I wake up, I'm energized. Um, it's just it's a different feeling.
Wonderful. So let me go on to like your mental clarity. How's that been affecting you?
It's been good. I mean, just able to think clearer, to be quicker on my feet. It's a good feeling. Not as much fog as when you're on all those pills and you can't think straight. So, yes.
Yes, same here, especially with what's going on for business, and like starting this new business together as far as coaching, carnivore. We've been coaching keto for 12 years. We've helped numerous people change their lives keto. Now we've switched over, and we since it worked for us, we've gone full carnivore. So be just having our minds clear to do that, and definitely works. All right, so we're gonna move into like we did a little experiment last night. Really weren't trying to, but see the topic: the soy effect, puffy faces, and Asian buffet regrets. And I'll let you speak on. Like, just jump right into it, Mia. You talk about that one.
That was crazy. We thought it'd be, a great experiment. Just go and just eat meat, just the meat. So we did exactly that. Well, and I ate some fish. The difference was, and a lot of you that have seen a couple of my previous videos probably noticed right away, I am face bloated. I am so puffy. I feel like I've had an allergic reaction. And we were wondering, okay, what I said, well, it must be the soy. And I said, wait a minute, why aren't you puffy or swollen? And he says, I didn't have any.
Yeah, what I did was when I was grabbing food, I was like, oh, just by habit, ooh, soy sauce in the packets. And I grabbed the packets and I came and set them on the table. And I thought about it. I was like, oh my God, I can't have soy. I'm trying to get rid of these, like, man boobs here and like try to get like ripped. I can't be doing soy. And Mia comes and sits down and grabs it. I'm like, but by the time it was too late, she was like, "Oh, it won't affect me that much."
Yeah, I am totally swollen, y'all. And I feel like my eyes itch, like if I had allergies. So I mean, I this is like incredible. I look like I've gained 10 pounds, but it's all in my face.
Yeah, and the image from the thumbnail that was earlier when we were both just still feeling the effects from eating that food, and you could see how swollen Mia's face is right here. I was like, "Oh my god, we need to take a picture." But why's your face so swollen?
Yeah, it was a ta-da. Oh, okay. So this is what happens when you reintroduce something into your diet that you've, taken away just after 30 days. It's like my body knows. So it's so important to listen to your body whenever making any changes. I learned
Yeah.
the hard way.
And for those of you out there, there's so many alternatives. Um, One thing we could have done if we had just eaten the meat, we would have been straight. Like and picked and choose like the meat. It wouldn't have affected us that bad as it did Mia. But definitely like lay off the extra. For me, it was a sriracha sauce. Sriracha sauce by Tabasco. It had all kinds of little nasty little ingredients in there. It just wasn't straight Tabasco sauce. And it really got me to inflammation, crazy nightmares all night long. I mean, I had nightmares about like Deion Sanders in Colorado, playing football, like the drama, what's going on with their season. I'm dreaming about that. So it was a really eventful night of sleep and non-sleep.
Yeah, I mean, he was singing in his sleep. And I'm like, oh, that must be a great dream. But yeah, it definitely listen to your body. I mean, if you wanna, if there's certain things that you don't know or you're not sure after your body has kind of cleaned itself out, be very careful what you reintroduce in. Just use your smarts.
Definitely. And let's move on here. Like I guarantee y'all the main event is coming. All right. So in this 30-day journal, 30-day journey, not journal, carnivore calm, battling cortisol and stress with a meat-based diet. When I say meat-based, I'm talking zero carb, all meat. And as Mia mentioned before, the scale really isn't changing that much for her body is changing. And our coach Cole Robinson from the Snake Diet, he had told us, oh, like years ago, if you want to lose weight, fatty, you gotta get off the stress. Just quit your job. Just let it go. It's too effing stressful. I'm doing my best Cole Robinson Snake Diet imitation, but pretty
He's
much he told us,
passionate for sure.
yeah, he told us get rid of the stress and the scale will change, and we've experienced that before. But this time around, changing business, dealing with the trucking industry, and possibly just crazy stuff going on. Like cortisol is real. I mean, stress is real. Like Mia can attest to that. You got it.
Yeah, I've been stressed over, some pains that I was having and my hip and just and that's gotten better, thank goodness. But I've been stressed over things like that and stressing over, one of my children. So it's the little things that you don't think, are going to get you, but mentally you have to, I guess, accept things for what they are and try to find solutions and move forward because the stress will stall your progress. Um, it's a real thing.
Definitely. Let me see. So strategies to help mitigate the stress. One of the things that uh look, y'all, like as I said before, Cole, quit your job. We can't do that. But all the things from your employment or your business that are stress, the unnecessary things, give them to somebody else. Let somebody else work on them. And if they're really not needed in your business, let it go. If you've been at it for like 10 years with a side hustle that just isn't working, if you're 45 and trying to be a rapper and get your first mixtape out and it's stressful, just let it go. If it's not fun, if it's not passionate to you, just walk away from it.
Yeah, I mean, and that goes for, friendships, unfortunately, family members. There are people that are going to come at you with not only their own battles, and you may be in a place where you're just not equipped with what it takes to handle your situations plus theirs. So you have to respectfully, ask them to back off,
Yeah.
you
And
know?
definitely, and some personal stress busting tips that I use and I've seen Mia use is grounding is one thing.
Yes.
Uh, I know this is a little rabbit hole stuff, but when you walk outside barefoot, I want y'all to do it. Get a one of those voltmeters, hold the prongs to yourself, and put the other ends in the ground, and you'll see the voltage change. Just look it up on YouTube. Go try it for yourself. Go walk around outside barefoot in your grass, front yard, backyard for about 5 to 10 minutes and some sunlight. Get some sunlight, especially if you're eating zero carb, no sunscreen, just ground and get some sunlight. And I guarantee you, you will
You're not
feel
going to get
change.
electrocuted.
Yes.
You're not. You'll be fine.
Your
But it
energy.
is.
Yeah.
It'll show your energy, how the levels change. And in saying that is simply, when you ground with the earth, it recharges you. It, just lifts your spirits and makes you well. I mean, it's been known to have healing powers. It's just a good soothing thing to do.
And one thing, Mia, if you could speak to what you do, is you like to ground and take care of your plants and how your plants, just soothe you. If you could speak on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's really something that I enjoy. I love seeing things grow. I love, the beauty of nature and the beautiful things that God has made. Gives us the power and ability to procreate them. So I grow a few things, a few melons and stuff like that. So when I go outside, I take advantage, when I'm watering my plants, and I ground and just commune, just be one with God.
Yeah. And definitely some tips for you guys. Everything we've mentioned before, as well as this, try to get the best night sleep possible. I know if you're switching over to zero carb, you're going to be like, oh my God, I can't sleep. I can't sleep. I can't poop. I want carbs. And it's it's going to get to you. But with, a warm
You
bath,
got me with the poop thing.
yeah, some salt water, a back rub from your partner, Epsom salt bath. I think I mentioned that
Yes.
before. Whatever you got to do to get at least good 6 or 7 or even 5 hours of sleep at night will make a big difference in your your new carnivore journey.
And what will definitely help with that, with making sure that you get a good night's rest, is to make sure that you take your electrolytes. If you're feeling a little dehydrated, or I mean, I would just recommend it, because you've cut out so many things, and your body's detoxing from so many things. It's always good to replenish your electrolytes. It helped me a lot. I was doing it without electrolytes, and I just wasn't feeling right. And then when I started taking the electrolytes day and night.
Definitely. All right. So let me go. Okay. So here we are. We've come to the main event. Silent Nights, my snore free journey to peaceful sleep. Um, I had no clue, yo, that I stopped snoring. So Mia can tell you like what happened. You saw the thumbnail. So Mia, without further ado, you want to get into it?
I've always told Trey that his snoring doesn't bother me. It actually kind of lulls me to sleep, that background noise. And I've gotten used to it. So used to it that I think it was day 5 of pure just carnivore. Um, we went to bed and there was no noise. And I thought, okay, he's still up, you know. But then I wake up in the middle of the night, and I still hear no noise. Don't know why I woke up. It must have been between 2 and 3 in the morning. No noise. And You know how you check on your babies to see if they're still breathing when you have that first baby. And I was like just listening in, just putting my ear to his chest, his putting my fingers on his nose, and he was asleep. And I'm like, wait, but he's not snoring. I could not sleep, y'all. For like 2 or 3 hours. I was just so concerned. I'm like, oh my God, is he okay? You know. And then the second night it happened again. I had a hard time sleeping because I couldn't hear that background noise. I was so used to, the snoring. And I checked on him, and then I just woke up 3 or 4 times that night checking on him. And I'm like, okay, is he really alive? Like, no noise. Um, and by the third night, I was too tired. And I figured he's alive and well. So something must be going right. He wasn't snoring at all. So, and it's been like that ever since. It's kind of weird.
And it shocked me as well because, the next couple of days, when it happened, Mia was so tired. The next day, I'm like, "Are you sleeping?" She's like, "No, not really. I'm so worried about you because you stopped snoring." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" This was like around day 10 or 11. And she's like, "I've been so worried about you because there's no snoring." I'm like, "What do you mean?" Like, yeah, of course I snore. I have sleep apnea. I just don't want one of those Darth Vader masks on my face. She said, "No, it's completely gone." And
Completely silent. Like the song Silent Night, just silent. I'm like, whoa.
and when Mia went to Florida to be with her kids, I was watching can't remember which carnivore influencer, but they mentioned taping their mouth shut while sleeping. And I know Mark Sisson from the Primal. Remember, we used to follow Mark Sisson from the Primal diet. He had mentioned
Yes.
doing this. So I got some. I went to the Walmart. I got some tape, medical tape. Went to bed. And, all right, let's see how this works. I taped my mouth shut. That night, I got 9 straight hours of sleep. I went to bed around midnight and I woke up at my daughter. I usually have to pick my daughter up from work in the morning. She was off. I slept till 9 a.m. Like, I was like, whoa. I looked at the
That was
clock.
really strange. That was another strange thing. All these strange things keep happening, but they're all for the positive.
Yes.
Because, I mean, well, first of all, it's really funny to see your husband with his mouth taped. But he did sleep. And I can tell you from all the years we've been together, he only sleeps about 5, maybe 6 hours. That's it.
Yeah. And when people say, they have sleep issues with carnivore, I recommend just trying it. Taping your mouth shut. Just get the little surgical tape from Walmart and, get a little strip, cover your mouth up. And a good stick tape, it'll stick over your hair and stuff like that if you got a beard or a mustache, and go for it. Try it. If you're worried, do it with your partner, your wife, your husband, next to you. But I was by myself and I'm like, okay, if this is going to work. I had full faith it would work. I did it 3 nights in a row and I've just slept wonderful. Oh, your camera moved over a little bit there. Mia.
Yes, the dog laid down on the cord. I'm like, oh,
Oh.
what happened? Oh, bud.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
he's moving it around. All right. But let me see. Next thing, breathing. If anybody knows sleep apnea, it's about when you got your mouth open and you get the thing in the back of your throat, just moves up and down. Okay, no Cardi B references here. Let's stop it. No Cardi B. I know you're Dominican, but no Cardi B references.
No.
That little thingy thing in the back of your throat, like moves up and down when you're breathing with your mouth open while sleeping, and it causes that snoring sound. So I guess, just I got to look more into it, but taking my mouth shut just forced me to breathe through my nose. And honestly, no crazy dreams. The next day, I was like, oh my God, I feel great. Time to go work out. And right to it.
I haven't done it yet. I'm going to. I haven't done it yet. Um, I usually suffer from a lot of allergies, nasal congestion, and stuff like that. Um, it was getting a lot better with just eating carnivore. I think it's some seasonal stuff also, and my body has not had the opportunity to detox all the way. to where I'm able to get rid of that. But I know that's coming. Um, but I've been like a little scared that, taping my mouth, because of course, I'm a mouth breather because my nose is always stuffy. Uh, but I'm gonna brave up and
Yeah.
do it. I'm like,
And that's one thing I've been listening to Mia sleep at night. That like hay fever allergy stuff. It's getting way better. Uh, because we know that most autoimmune things are allergies are caused by autoimmune, which everything leads back to your diet and what you're putting in your mouth. And what is eating, like we said, what is eating clean? So many ailments that we've had over the years are just going away. Either they're completely gone or they're minimal at best now.
yeah, absolutely. Um, I can tell you and I believe I said this in another video, just from the damage that I have to my spine, the doctors always ask you, so what level would you say your pain is at today? And from a scale of 0 with me nothing to 10 being the worst pain you've had in your life. And I'm always between a 6 and an 8, y'all. And when I tell you that that has gotten at least 50% better, that is such a blessing. I'm yeah, it's I am continuing forward because I want to see, that day when I can say I'm at 0. So,
Yeah. And speaking of that day, okay, what we're going to talk about now, the road ahead, navigating this carnivore journey, is setting the course. Mia, what's your short term goal, as far as carnivore is concerned?
short term, I want to not feel the tummy aches anymore, or the gut discomfort. Um, long term, well, okay, we'll discuss long term later. Um, but I mean, just healing, and feeling less pain, and being more active.
Okay. Yeah, for me, short term is really incorporating my zero carb lifestyle with prolonged fasting. Getting rid of the stressors, the cortisol, and to be able to fast, longer than 48 hours. I want to get some 72s in and maybe an 84 or 96. Go ahead. You got it.
Absolutely. Um, yeah, no, I mean, I really believe in incorporating when you have healing to do, or just want to feel better, fasting for sure. I mean, I would recommend at least a 48, but if you can do a 72, you will see the difference. That first day is always a little bit of a hurdle, but after that, you're golden. I mean, I've done them many a times. I have tons of energy after doing it. And combining that with carnivore, it's a game changer for sure.
Yeah, and we're gonna be here to help you all with that, like guide you through every step of the process, and more to come on that. But long term, for me, is I want to get ripped. This fountain of youth is not stopping. I'm back to getting ripped and getting around between 185 to 190 pounds. All cut up, doing eating OMAD, and then running track and field, the masters competition. That's 50 and above, the 200-meter dash, 400-meter dash double, as I did in my youth. So the masters, eventually try to make it to the senior Olympics for those over 50. I got a year and a half before I turned 50. And I want to be trained to the point where once I hit 50, I'll be ready to hit the track again and get after it like I did in my youth, high school, and college days.
That's awesome. And you're gonna get there before you know it. Long term, I want to heal. I want no more gut issues, and I know that that's possible. I want the inflammation to go away in my joints and my spine so that I don't have to deal with the constant pain. And I want to, I want to fly, so to speak. You know, I want to be able to hike and do things that, I have not done up till now because of my choice in diet and my health.
Yeah, and last thing before we get up out of here, this is Carnivore Rebels, our Facebook, and we're gonna put our link tree in the comments so you can follow us on, me on Instagram, myself on Twitter. We got a YouTube page which I'll drop, and we're gonna take this video here and put it on YouTube. All our lives, we're gonna put it on YouTube because we want more people to come to this community. And for the future, like I said, we will start helping in groups and one-on-one. That will be coming. Stay tuned.
Definitely.
Uh, there's a lot of people out there that are skeptical of this because the mainstream media they're going to throw at you everything under the sun to try to convince you that carnivore is bad. Carnivore causes cancer, heart disease, all these other ailments. But I would say this: I've spoken to thousands of carnivores. Every single one has healed their body in some way or another. Every single one has either reduced their medications or upped their quality of life. I mean, we've seen, we saw one lady on YouTube went from weighing 700 plus pounds to now she's down in the mid 200s and she's finally able to live
That's
her life.
amazing.
And she looks beautiful, y'all. She was
And that's what
bedridden.
it's about.
Yes,
Yeah, that's what it's about. Like, to go on a journey with a purpose, and that purpose, whatever that is for you, you can achieve it. For me personally, it's healing. It's getting my body, to where I look good and feel good about myself and inside, from the inside out. I don't want a temporary band-aid. And that's what a lot of, different diets and things like that, they offer temporary band-aids where you feel really good at first, but in over the long run, there's other things that go wrong. So just know that you're supported. We are here to support you and give you information and hold your hand if you need to. I mean, that's what we are. We're a good community.
yeah. And just a couple quick shout outs here before we get out of here. Like I've heard about carnivore when we were doing our keto journey years ago. Mark Sisson had featured a family and they were thriving. I should have jumped on it then. It was around 2016. But last year, 2022, our journey began. I watched the interview between Steak and Butter Gal, Bella, and Kelly
Yes.
Hogan. Look them both up. Kelly Hogan, Steak and Butter Gal. They both went viral. I immediately, while on the road, I know I shouldn't have did it. Driving through Oklahoma in the truck, I forwarded the video to Mia, and she was just amazed with Kelly Hogan and Steak and Butter Gal. And
I
then
was
went on.
floored.
Yes, we started binge watching Dr. Sean Baker, Dr. Ken Berry, and Dr. Anthony Chafee. Those three right there.
Yes.
And since then, we found so many more influencers. But those five people right there, I want to, thank so much, as well as our fasting
Thank
coach,
you.
Cole Robinson from the Snake Diet.
Yes. It just all, it's all just I guess, an example that you are not in it by yourself. There are always people out there who touch you in one way or another, move your intellect and allow you to see things, that maybe someone else said, but you didn't quite get it. And now you do. So now you move forward.
Definitely.
So thank you.
Thank you. All right, y'all. I've got nothing else for you. We're at that 30-minute mark. This, catch the replay here. It will be on YouTube.
Yes.
The link tree will be in the comments. Go find us all over social media and stay tuned. Big things coming, especially next week. And just keep an eye out for these posts. We drop every week.
Yes. Keep an eye out, guys. We'll see you soon.
All right, y'all. Peace.